sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Eat Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
The biggest contest we've ever seen.
Seriously, what's the guarantee?
They're still talking about it.
I think it's time to put the rumors to rest.
Showtime!
$30 million.
$30 million?
$30 million? $30 million?
That's $30 million guaranteed. 3 contests, multiple ways to win, no rate. Entry starting at $1,000. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
Hey, Riley, how many touchdowns you kick last year?
You can't kick a touchdown, Hank.
Well, maybe you can't. I need a kicker for Lithia Ford's fall kickoff sale.
I mean, I caught a touchdown.
That's cool. Who kicked it to you?
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
How's your day going?
Going good? Thank you, yes.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
Hey, Riley, the most important position on a football team. Go.
Well, it's a team sport, Hank.
Wrong. No, it's kicker. Why do you think they call it football? Why do you think Lithia Ford is having a fall kickoff sale? Tell you what, they're not having a fall tight end sale.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live is the only daily show that talks nothing but Boise State sports. And we do it with you. Give us your comments or questions in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a voicemail on the Signature Roofing voice inbox at speakpipe.com/BNN. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise, and our major sponsors, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, RopePaint.com, and the Blue and Orange Store. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're proud to stand with Boise State athletics. Through our NIL marketing partnerships, we're investing in the future of student athletes. Lithia Ford of Boise, here to get you there, wherever that may be. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. Broadcasting from the Sun Cruiser Studios, here's BJ Rains with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
What's up, Bronco Nation? How we doing? Happy Friday to you, August 14th. It's 9:05 a.m. Johnny, you're muted. Make sure you do that before we start. But we are live, and we are here, and we are ready to go on a Friday edition of BNN, sponsored by Lithia Ford of Boise, our title sponsor. new or pre-owned vehicle, get on out to Lithia Ford of Boise. And, of course, our studio sponsor, Sun Cruiser. Johnny, you are in the mobile Sun Cruiser studios today, getting some work done at your house, but appreciate you for making it work to be on. It's Friday. How we doing, man?
Well, first off, appreciate you for allowing me to go today rather than my typical day on Wednesday, and shout out to Bronco Nation for dealing with this time of year at BNN. People are busy. We're trying to get stuff done before the grind of football season begins, where you really don't have time to get stuff done anymore. So, BJ, you've been really cool about that too. Prater's going here, I'm going there, and we've just kind of all made it work this summer. And
hey, are you is that a fake mic, or are you actually using that mic?
Oh, am I not? Are you not hearing me right
no,
here?
Go to your down.
The mic's not coming through here.
I mean, I can hear you okay, but I think you're coming through the computer audio there. Make sure you click the mic settings at the bottom. We'll see. Wasn't sure if you're trying to pull a fast one on us, if you're actually using your mic there, but
I was trying to. I don't know. Yeah, I'm having some problems with StreamYard here, so
we can hear you fine.
It's easier if I just go like this.
That's fine.
Perfect.
Yep, we can hear you good enough.
Thanks for you and everybody at BNN for making it cool for us to be able to kind of mix and match some shows.
Yep, no doubt about it. Johnny, we got a lot to get to today. We got scrimmage 1 for the Broncos on tap tomorrow. We got 7 practices in the books to talk about. We got Ahmed Hassanein with a huge night last night. A lot going on in the world of Boise State sports. So get those comments in, get those questions in. Let us know where you're watching from. And we'll get to those. Minnesota, Billy D checking in first, as always. A lot of comments coming in, folks watching from all over. John says, beautiful morning on campus. Grateful the rain cleared out some of that smoke. Yeah, it was a nice overnight rainstorm, I guess you could say. Or maybe not a storm, but just some rain, Johnny, that helped. We got folks liking your T-shirt in the chat. Coach Pete out at practice. Have you guys covered this already? Yeah, we did. I think it was 122 years, Johnny, if you add up Dirk Cutter, Chris Strasser, and Chris Peterson hanging out at practice. And obviously Dirk Cutter has a role as a analyst, and then Chris Strasser heavily involved as well. But Coach Pete was out there. I had a chance to briefly talk to him the other day, and he actually owes me an interview, so we'll be getting Coach Pete on at some point here, Johnny. I know you guys have had him on the show as well, but did remind him of that, and he said, yep, we'll make it happen. So looking forward to having Coach Pete on. But a lot to get to, Johnny, a lot we need to discuss, but I think we need to start with the big events of last night. And what a night it was, Johnny. Am I going Ahmed Hassanein? No, we're starting with the Nelly concert, Johnny. I saw Johnny there. Great night at the concert. And first of all, Dayton Robinson in the chat here. He says, good seeing you last night. Johnny, I saw Dayton at the concert last night. It ended, 9:30, 9:45, and this dude drove all the way back to Idaho Falls last night. So good to hear that he made it back home safely. But great seeing our man Dayton Robinson. But, Johnny, you were the star of the show, dude. Tell us about this moment right here. You're muted still, Johnny.
Yes, they were hitting these. By the way, that's not a real golf ball. It's like a Nerf golf ball. I'm holding it right now because I couldn't find out where last night after the show to redeem it. By the way, props to me on the Tupac shirt. I was a little disappointed. I didn't have any females coming up to me last night saying ball game, love the Tupac shirt. That's kind of what I was going for, but that shirt does look pretty nice there, BJ. But the ball, yeah, still have it. $30, $20,
$20 gift certificate to Albertsons, I believe, was part of the Boise Open. Now, was that a Jeff Sanders one, or was that a John Daly II? They were up there on the stage hitting these plastic golf balls or foam golf balls into the crowd. Now, Johnny, you had the smart strategy. A couple of me and our other friends were kind of reaching up for it. You went right to the ground knowing that they were going to drop it. And sure enough, the ball was there on the ground. Johnny Ball Game in the middle of the crowd picks up this golf ball, and he wins the $20 gift certificate to Albertsons. And there he is.
Oh, I'm such a dork. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I noticed, I think it was a Jeff Sanders one because they kept hitting. They were on the stage, and they had a pitching wedge. And they were hitting all of these Nerf golf balls into the stands saying, redeem these for gift cards. So I noticed they kept hitting him, and very seldom did someone catch it in the air. It was a cluster, and the ball was bouncing. In most cases, the ball ended up on the ground. So when one came close to us, I'm sitting there hanging out with BJ's wife. Karen goes, she's like, BJ, like telling BJ the ball is coming our way. And so I noticed it. And then I say, yeah, it's coming our way, man. So immediately I go there and I'm like, everybody's up here. I like hover down here. Stop it. Cat fight outside. So I'm like, stop it. And then, or the ball comes down and I see the ball go on the ground. And sure enough, BJ, I just reached down there, picked that sucker up, and voila.
Now,
a nice little treat. Oh, don't.
We do have another shot. Now, you said you're wearing the Tupac shirt. You're having a good time. Here's what the camera caught last night at the concert here. Now, here's Johnny in the VIP section here, Johnny. Johnny is in the President's Suite, free food, free drink. Johnny Ballgame hanging up there with Mark Johnson and all the big wigs. Getting a shot, and here he is kind of enjoying the look at this.
BJ! This is not cool, man.
Now, in fairness, Johnny, you sent me a text and it said, look to your left up in the VIP. So you wanted me to see you over there.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were going to throw it on BNN. Yeah, I wanted you to come up. The pass I gave you got me in there. You could have came up and BJ, the food, it was all free food, all free drinks. I mean, I might be going tonight just so I can get back into that section and just have a nice meal, man. You should have came up there.
You did hook me up with the Johnny, as a good friend would do, hooked us up with the VIP wristbands. Appreciate you, Johnny. The VIP wristbands. Johnny hooks it up. Johnny's the guy you want to know when it comes to concerts and things. It was a fun time, Johnny. Enjoyed the concert. And I say, man, we looked it up. Nelly's 51, I believe now, 52, and he brought it last night, man. It was a great concert. I was thinking about what we gonna be. Nelly brought it. It was an awesome concert. Had a really good time. For 51 years old or whatever Nelly is, and everyone was kind of laughing, oh, Nelly, haha. Dude, that place was rocking, man.
Yeah, dude. Packed. Nelly's 52 in November.
Okay.
And for a life full of women and partying and nights on the road, probably over 300 days a year, some years in his life on the road, yeah, he can still bring it. He can do it for 90 minutes. 100%. I would see Nelly again. That was a fun show.
But at the same time, Johnny, as Nelly was doing his thing, our man Ahmed Hassanein was doing his thing as well. We got to start with Ahmed when we talk Boise State here because 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, which were the sacks, a forced fumble as well. And we got a clip we'll play in a second from Ahmed. But our boy Jim Sturk was texting you and me and Prater last night, but just what a cool moment. Ahmed Hassanein, man, with all the injuries and things he went through last year, dominating, sacking Joe Burrow in a preseason game. You saw the emotion. He was all, crying and his hands on his helmet there after the first sack. Just a pretty cool moment, pretty cool night for Ahmed Hassanein.
I always thought Ahmed being authentic too. Like, of course, he's gonna have a moment where he's going to be able to put it all in perspective. Ahmed smells the roses. Like, so when blessings come his way, especially well-earned blessings, like you want to talk about a dude who anything good that happens to him is deserved, especially professionally. It's Ahmed Hassanein. No one put in more time. No one put in more work. Just learning the game of football along with parallel the English language. Everybody who plays football knows what a dog is defensively. Ahmed didn't. He just thought a dog, was a pet. So weird translations like that took him a while, but the effort, was cross-training background. So he was obviously very athletic, and you can't do CrossFit unless you're kind of wacko workout guy. Like it feeds you, because the strenuous deals that you do there are probably harder than football. And it was great to see 2 sacks and his preseason debut. And I don't know if that means he's better off to make the team now. I would think so. And here we go. Ahmed might be able to carve himself out a career in Detroit, BJ.
Yeah, cool for sure. Let's hear from Ahmed Hassanein. Took this off Twitter here, talking after the game.
I know I can do this, and I want to prove it. I want to prove it to everybody, and I want to have the opportunity to provide for my family. It's just, there's no better feeling than playing for this team, because, man, this team means so much to me. I love the Detroit Lions, man. I love Coach Campbell. I even told him I love him before the game, and he said, I love you, and it was amazing, man, just to have that kind of relationship. And, it's not just a job, but I'm having so much fun doing it as well. And there's so much joy with this team, and, man, I'm happy to play with the teammates that I have. I know
not surprising, by the way, hearing him talk like that, Johnny, and really cool to see when you think about just again what he did at Boise State and defying the odds and becoming the draft pick and the injuries last year. But to hear him speak there, and there's another clip I could play where he talked about getting emotional. He had a dream basically that he thought he was going to sack Joe Burrow and told his wife, and then he did. Pretty cool stuff, and I really do hope this propels him forward, because he's one of those guys, Johnny, that's easy to root for.
High-level sack. It's not a preseason fourth quarter lollygagger against a left or right tackle that has no business being an NFL football player. You think you know how freaking pissed off the Bengals were that Joe Burrow's going down in a preseason game? He can hardly stay healthy anyway. The capital that the Bengals have put into that offensive line. I follow the NFL. The Bengals have a good offensive line on paper this season. They're not farting around in preseason. I'm telling you, that really upset them. They are not trying to get Joe Burrow even touched in preseason week 1. And Ahmed is putting him on his back. That's a high-level play for preseason, if that's a thing. So good for Ahmed. He got another one later on in the game too, BJ. And
yep,
here we go.
That was the strip sack, the forced fumble. That was awesome to see. And then they recovered the ball. But we got to get the Lions announcers, Johnny, or maybe the clip came from the Bengals announcers. I don't know. Preseason they do the TV weird, but both times the guy had trouble like saying his name and looking up who he was, and he didn't. Then even the camera after the first stack is showing the wrong guy. So we got to get the broadcasters up there a little more familiar with Ahmed Hassanein and how to say his name and number 99.
Yeah, he's number 99 now too. No disrespect, but that's not number 64. 99's a number that's like, look, I want people to notice me. I'm wearing the 99. I'm a big deal. I'm the 99. It's a big deal number. They gave it to Ahmed. He wanted it. And, they have to start learning his name now like we did. Ahmed, not Ahmad or Ahmed. It's Ahmed Hassanein. Ahmed Hassanein. And looks like he's got a nice Jesus jersey right there.
I kept saying it all week. I kept saying it to my wife. Coach Campbell even said it in a team meeting today. He was like, I see Ahmed sacking Joe Burrow. And I kept saying, I'm going to sack Joe Burrow. I'm going to sack Joe Burrow. And, man, I just want to give God all the glory and all the praise. He brought me here. And, man, I'm just so grateful to be with this team. Couldn't do it without my teammates. Couldn't do it without my coaches. Couldn't do it without Shep. Couldn't do it without Coach Campbell and Brad Holmes, man. I just want to really just prove him right. I kept saying it.
Well, there you go. And he is proving them right. Max Payne says, I would bet he guaranteed himself a roster spot last
Probably
night.
not, but yeah, I don't think they're in any position that they're thinking about cutting him. I'm with you guys. Let's see what he does next week, but this is terrific news for Ahmed Hassanein. And the fans love that because it's old school, and you just don't have it now. You have dudes saying, oh, you gave my number away. I want my Heisman back. Even though I only played at your school for, 9 months, Ahmed's old school. And fans recognize that, especially pro fans, because at least you get some of it in college. You rarely do in the NFL. And Ahmed is that. He's bringing it to a team with a passionate fan base that has never really won anything in almost 70, 80 years, going back to the Bobby Lane 1950s to find a Detroit Lions world championship. So, they like guys like Ahmed. So I think he's become a popular player there too. No, I don't think they're in a hurry to cut him. I think he's in good shape, but I'm not going to guarantee it.
Give us one more NFL thought, Johnny, just Boise State related. Obviously, we have Kellen and what he's doing down there, but a number of guys fighting for roster spots and in camp. Is there a guy or two you're really focused on here this weekend and in the next preseason games and just moving forward here to see if they can, stick on a roster or make a roster?
Cage Casey guys might start week 1. I think that's pretty cool. And the weirdest thing is ever. I had Sanford on, Prater and I, the other day, BJ. He's at Bronco practice every day. He said there's a pretty good, it's in play that Cage Casey's going to start week 1 due to injuries and whatnot at left guard or even potentially center. Could you imagine me and you this time last year? We're talking about Cage going into the Boise State season as a first-round left tackle prospect, and sure enough, he might be starting week 1 at center for the Denver Broncos, if not that, left guard. He's not going to start at tackle or play much tackle, we think, in the NFL, only maybe during a backup or supplemental role. That's interesting. Cage Casey has a chance to be a week 1 starter for the Denver Broncos. And on the other side of the ball in Denver, I'll just keep it there. BJ, it's year 4 for J.L. Skinner. He's on a 4-year deal. He has not been extended. That's not uncommon, but J.L. Skinner's playing without a contract next year. So this needs to be a big-time year for Skinner to get that second contract, because the difference in money, it's pretty extravagant, man. I mean, if you're JL, you're probably making about $1 million, a little less than $1 million this year. If you're going to get that second contract, they're going to have to increase that 2-3 times. And are they willing to do that for what you're doing to the team? Big year for Skinner too, which means it'd be nice for him to get off to a nice start in preseason. Cage too, because he needs the reps.
And with your Seahawks, man, pretty cool. As of right now, George Holani listed as RB1.
Yep, that's I don't think it's going to last long, to be honest. Jadarian Price is he's really good. He's been impressive, but George Holani has earned this right now. George Holani probably gives them the best chance to win based on knowledge, pass pro, play recognition. George has been in the league now for 2 full years. He knows the system better than a rookie. So George Holani will be RB1, RB2. It might be a chance George Holani starts the first game of the regular season. If he's out there with the first team, that might be a case, but I think Jadarian Price will eventually take that over. But yeah, how about that, BJ? Just George Holani found a career in the league, found a role in the league, and keeps plugging away. And here's a guy who might be able to do what like Jeremy McNichols is still doing in the league. J-Mac played with Grant Hedrick. Jeremy McNichols, the McWeapon, was on the 2014 championship Fiesta Bowl team. Our boy Mike Sanford lifted his red shirt at running back, and he's still in the NFL. I don't care if you have 1,000 carries or 10 carries. Yep. That is very difficult to hang in that league for over a decade. It is a backup running back. So good for the McWeapon that he's got to be the only guy still in the league on that team.
Yeah.
Tank was kind of there anyway, but yeah.
No, I think he was gone after 2013.
Tank was already gone. You're right.
By the way, shout out Stacy Collins. He gets a lot of folks on here want to rip on him for special teams or whatever, but Stacy Collins, Johnny, as you know, how the story goes, is the reason that George Holani got his shot with the Seattle Seahawks, because the special teams coach of the Seahawks called was calling around to schools and called Stacy Collins and said, do you have a special teams guy for me? Just some guy we can bring in on a non-drafted, undrafted deal, tryout camp, whatever. We need to find those special teams dogs. And he went to bat selling why George Helani would be a good pick. Stacy Collins said George Helani would be a great special teams guy, great team guy, give him a shot. And he went to bat and fought for George Helani. And the Seattle Seahawks ended up giving him that deal. And George Helani did the rest himself from there. Pretty cool.
It is. And he's crafting out a career. He's got a big, fat Super Bowl ring, and he's got a team and a fan base, and everybody's just happy up there in Seattle. Good for George, man. Saturday night, man. Saturday night. And if George wouldn't have dealt with the injuries, BJ, he probably gets drafted, huh?
Yeah, that's what Tater Tom says. Would have been a draft pick if it wasn't for his running back class either. But
I split time with Genty, his final 2 years. Just he was injured, but yeah.
He outran Genty the 1 year, right?
Yeah.
I think sophomore year
It
he might
shouldn't have happened, in my opinion. Remember those days. But good for everybody. I thought Ashton could have been doing, Ashton could have had a 2,000-yard year his sophomore year too. But I get it. You have George there. He deserves to play too. And he's really good too. He's in the damn NFL. But I mean, I was watching those teams. You were, practice and whatnot. George was really good, but Ashton was super special. And you look at Ashton's career, as great as it was, he's the all-time leading rusher, I believe, correct? Played 3 years, and he split time, 2 of them. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, good for George Helani, good for Ahmed Hassanein, and we'll be following all those guys. I know you guys will be tracking that better than anybody there on Idaho Sports Talk. All right, we got scrimmage number 1 tomorrow. Johnny, let's preview scrimmage 1 and what we want to see from the Broncos here in just a second. But first, do want to thank Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest is that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. All the different options for checking accounts, savings accounts, a lot of great rewards, even like cell phone protection and some great things when you get some of the great options they have for checking accounts and with moving some money around with our business today. And it's just very easy. So Idaho Central Credit Union online, ICCU.com. Hey, we're going to have information coming on the new trading cards from Jackson's, some new NIL deals that Jackson's has as well, but that'll be coming in the near future. But do want to remind you that you can save up to $32 from our friends at Roaring Springs when you buy 2 Coca-Cola products. Again, 2 Coca-Cola products from our friends at Roaring Springs. Just go to Jackson's, buy those 2 Coca-Cola products, get the discount, and you're on your way. And don't forget, they got the 99-cent fountain drink there at Jackson's as well using your Let's Go Rewards app. Hey, the Blue and Orange store has those new shoes. They have all the coaches' sideline apparel, all the new gear, but those new Nike shoes are what everybody is talking about, and they have them at both locations. The Blue and Orange store there at the Allen Noble Hall of Fame. They're at the mall where they've got 14,000 hats on the hat wall, and if you're looking for that official, jerseys, they can get that done down there at the Hall of Fame location in minutes. They'll throw a, jersey, whatever player you want, Dylan Riley, Sire Gaines, whoever it is, they'll slap it on a jersey for you in just minutes. The Blue and Orange store, you can order anywhere in the world online at theblueandorangestore.com. Johnny had a couple of those crispy chicken cantina tacos the other day. Naismith, it's one of his new favorite things now. TacoBellWorks.com. You can check out the SON Management Group, the Nicolason family. View their, all the great things they have going on at Taco Bell. We're starting flag football, tackle football, fall ball. So Taco Bell's becoming a regular thing in the Raines household. The cantina line, the slushies, and the good old cheesy roll-ups. So many great options. Don't forget the Taco Bell breakfast is award-winning as well. Check them out, Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com. And Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Number 1 ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Check them out, Bauscher Real Estate. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Matt Bauscher is ready to help you. He helped us buy and sell our home. Saw Matt last night, Johnny, at the Nelly concert. Not sure. You guys were all in the VIP together, so I'm sure you guys were hanging out, partying there. But always enjoy seeing Matt and appreciate him for his support of Bronco Nation News. And one more sponsor I want to tell you about is rowpaint.com. Andy Rowe and Company, interior, exterior painting. Those concrete coatings are world famous. We've had that done before. It'll transform the look of that ugly concrete slab in one day. So all your painting needs, make sure you hit up longtime sponsor Andy Rowe and rowpaint.com. Were you hanging out with Bauscher up in the VIP area?
I said hello. He's a busy guy. You got to get in line.
He had Mark Sanchez. The whole crew was there.
The crew. He's a busy guy. You don't know if Bauscher's working or playing. It's probably both. He's probably cutting deals there too. But yeah, he was out there. They were having a good time, like a lot of people were. You know who I did see? Boise State hoops. I ran into RJ Keene. Had a really good conversation with RJ. He lives here. RJ Keene bought a house here.
Yeah.
He never wanted to move away from here, as you know, and I know, and people who follow the program know. He's happy to be at NC State. He would have much rather have been playing here. It worked out how it worked out, but it's just kind of weird. In an era, in college basketball is worse, where guys are gone. Can't wait to get out of there. Gone, 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 gone. Nobody wants to stay. There's a kid that wanted to stay, and he wanted to do it that way, and he wanted to be a part of it.
Yep,
And
he wanted to be a 6-year, 5-year guy and have his.
They moved on, and it was unfortunate. But I saw RJ. I'm like, "What's up, man? I live here. I bought a house here, dude. I don't want to leave." But so shout out to RJ. I got a lot of respect for that guy with the way he's handled everything. Yeah, he's pissed off about it, but he's being a grown up. He's being an adult about it. So anybody who knows RJ, pass that on, man. Much respect there. Good seeing you last night, and can't wait to see what you can do in Raleigh this year.
Totally agree, man. He's bit his tongue on a couple of things that he's wanted to say publicly and has decided not to. And that is the double side of this business, Johnny. It's not always the player wanting to leave. Sometimes they're not given much of a choice, I guess, so to speak. So it is what it is. And he told me if it had happened a month later, he might have still been here. You can connect some dots there maybe on that. But he wanted to be here. I guess just the I just don't want to blame some of the coaches and
no, I'm not trying even going there. Yeah, it's funny though. Think about it, like in the pros, like when Albert Pujols, your boy, when
there's just a salary cap. There's money. They can only keep so many guys. But I'm just it's a tough situation to talk about. We're not
nowadays. Kids have to worry about housing too. Think about that literally. Like when in the pros, when you get traded, honey, we probably got to sell the house. Like now college kids are doing that. Or just like, I just bought a house here, man. I like it here. It's my home. But so he's just working in North Carolina this year. And then season's over. Plans to be back here and do business locally in Boise. So cool seeing a lot of people last night, BJ.
Yeah. Some comments in the chat coming in on that. We'll move on though. But
it's water under the bridge.
I like RJ. He's a good dude. Had a market, a show and stuff, and had a deal with him here. So I mean, I've had a good relationship with him the last 3-4 years, whatever, and excited for him to go over there and hopefully do some things. But yeah, it was an unfortunate situation. But Johnny, scrimmage 1 tomorrow. We saw them in full pads the other day. They're rocking and rolling here. Scrimmage 1, which is kind of the first measuring stick for a lot of these guys, the first kind of real data point for the coaches to take into account. And there's been a lot of guys that have stepped up, but now they get a chance in a scrimmage to really start to stake their claim to a starting spot or a spot in the rotation. We don't get to watch the scrimmage, but we do get to talk to Spencer Danielson after the scrimmage tomorrow afternoon. What do you want to hear from Spencer? What are your first couple questions? What do you want to, if you were able to sneak in, or if we were able to beat Jay Tust and get to watch the scrimmage tomorrow, what would we want to be paying attention to or seeing?
Tust watches the scrimmages.
I'm sure he does. He's an employee of Boise State now. He should be.
I'd ask him to comment, but he doesn't watch this show. So he wouldn't be there. But okay. What do I want to see? I guess just fluidity on offense. Move the ball. I heard Maddox Madsen was terrific in the last one. So be dialed in. Move the ball. I guess you want to see both units do well, don't you? In a scrimmage, stay healthy. It's going to be physical because that's what Spencer Danielson is doing with this program. He's okay to have a player or two get hurt here or there. If the good of the whole, meaning the tackling of the whole roster, is better, he's willing to do it. So how long or how physical it's going to be, I'd pay attention to that too. And, quarterbacks, receivers versus DBs, who's going to win those matchups? Is the running game, line of scrimmage, obviously that's a big deal. So, I mean, bad answer, but I want to see everything, I'd like to see the whole game, offense, defense, special teams.
The question coming in here, Johnny, from BSU Bill says, I know we can't say for certain until we see it in live games, but how optimistic are we? The DB and the wide receiver rooms based on the new coaches seems like Brown and Whitted are legit. What are your thoughts? You want to take each one individually or together? Alvis Whitted with the wide receivers, Terrence Brown, the new defensive backs coach.
Yeah. I don't know yet. That's good, BSU Bill. We don't know. I mean, every wide receiver at this level looks really good in practice. Nobody drops balls. Nobody rounds off their routes. Everything is crisp. They're all really, really good. So it's sometimes even hard to decipher who the better ones are because they all do a pretty good job. But I would say I like where the coaching is. I don't see as much, not good or bad, but I don't see as much screaming. Matt Miller was kind of a yeller a little bit. I don't see Alvis doing that as much. Maybe you do, and I'm missing it. But I don't see him being super vocal. And I don't know. I think maybe the talent, you guys, I think it might be better than last year's room, aside from the Chris Marshall physical prototype who is first, second round kid. They don't have that yet. But I think collectively, BJ, I think Nitro and Rashawn and Cash Williams, my God, what the steps he's taken. He was a nobody last year, just a tall, skinny dude who I didn't even look at. Now I can't take my eyes off him. Like, he has grown tremendously, and I credit Alvis Whitted a lot to that. By the way, quick little plug. I got Cash Williams a one-on-one today for Idaho Sports Talk, and he's got a shot to be a starting wide receiver. I think he might be. It's going to be close, but BJ, it's not like the talent left the room. Nitro's very talented. Cash, Rashawn Jones is the most talented person in the group. Cam Bates, talented. Darren Morris. BJ, I think they have good receivers. I like all these kids, but then again, I'm not at Kirby's practice. I might go to Kirby's practice and be like, damn, Kirby, your receivers are better than Spencer's, but I'm not seeing them. But from what I'm seeing, yeah, I like the receivers and the DBs too. Well, I'll go to you on the DBs, man. It's a quiet group. It's a hungry group. I think last year it was just established. It was a been there, done that, been here for so long. It was one of those. This year it's kind of fresh.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we can't get too specific on what we're seeing in some of these team periods, but Sherrod Smith has looked good. Derek Ganter Jr. has looked good. I think some of these guys
Tillman?
that are – who was that?
Roman Tillman at
yes.
nickel?
And we just talked
He's
to him
really
yesterday. Really enjoyed talking to him yesterday and hearing his story about how he ended up at South Dakota and making it to Boise State. That full interview is on our YouTube channel if you want to go watch that, Bronco Nation News YouTube channel. But, yeah, he it's a lot of guys, Johnny, that have chips on their shoulder that are looking for a bigger opportunity, waited, patiently, got a little bit of playing time, and now a guy like Derek Ganter Jr. gets to take over as the established starter, and Sherrod Smith no longer is just filling in when Marion McCoy is hurt. He's now taking over as the starter, and some of these guys are eager to show what they can do. I mean, there's guys like Franklin Johnson Jr. and other guys pushing them behind them, and Jaden Mickey and Derek Ganter and Sherrod Smith. I mean, and you're talking about a really, really good, all of a sudden, or I guess you feel pretty good all of a sudden about, the starters here. And you mentioned Tillman. The other safety's escaping me. Who's the other starting safety?
Travis Anderson.
Anderson, yes.
It too.
Yes. So that's another guy that waited quietly behind Ty Benefield and now gets his chance. And so are they going to be as good as last year's? I don't think Zion Washington, Johnny, got a lot of, negative talk about he can't tackle and he's not good and all this. And now he's in that camp, NFL camp. Like, Ty Benefield's doing his thing. Like, you look at Marion McCoy and Irby and like that, on paper last year, those guys, that was a pretty good starting four right there. And you look at this group right here that you have, you got to feel pretty good about it. And is that Terrence Brown's coaching? I don't know. But they're looking good in camp. And so Terrence Brown deserves some of the credit for that. And so, yeah, I'm curious how that's going to look. But I think the DBs is one of the positions where you're literally replacing all four starters from last year, Johnny, and you somehow feel pretty good about it going into the season.
Yeah, I think last year Mickey was your nickel. Like, that'll be one of those years you look back on. Like, I look back on some of those Brett Rippon teams and see the players they had. I'm like, there's 9 NFL guys on this Brett Rippon team roster. Like, a lot of those rosters, I think, have slipped through the cracks. And maybe that secondary will too. If Zion stays in the league, Buck will be in the league. And then McCoy and Irby gave it a really good shot. And we might see them in another league down the road, maybe playing as well. This season, though, BJ, with Mickey moving to corner, I think Mickey can be a better corner than they've had or have a better season than McCoy or Irby had, BJ. I think that's in play. And Roman Tillman's really interesting because Roman Tillman was like a Ty Benefield in FCS last year. He's just a small version, just flies around, plays like a bullet. I watched a lot of his stuff at South Dakota, and he's just doing the same thing, but only now he's not playing 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage at safety. They moved him up to the line of scrimmage at nickel, so it's a brand new position, and he's loving it. I mean, he's soaring in the position. He's finding out that, you know what? He loves playing at the line of scrimmage. He gets to hit more contact, and he has good coverage skills too because he's played safety his whole time. So I think they're really steady at nickel. I'll agree with you on the corner with Sherrod Smith. He could probably be an all-league player this year. And Ganter and Travis Anderson have been waiting. They've been playing a lot of football here. Travis Anderson played every single game last year, but he didn't play much on defense. It was everywhere else, special teams. So those guys will get their shot this year. Offense, defense, defensive backs, wide receivers, and, of course, the linebackers. BJ, I just hope they go into Oregon not afraid. Don't be afraid to go deep to Rashawn Jones. Don't be afraid to give Rashawn Jones 12 targets if he's truly your best player. Care about age or eligibility. Against Oregon, you're not going to be able to hang with them if you're not putting the ball in the hands of your best players, guys who can make guys miss. And hopefully they do that, and they kind of just go in there with reckless abandon, kind of a who gives a crap mentality, and not say, oh, it's Oregon. Oh, my gosh, they're so big. Just who cares? Don't even look at them. Just go there and try to execute your game and force the ball to your best players.
Hey, want to thank Piston Pay, a new sponsor here at Bronco Nation News. Piston.com. Check them out. And if you're looking for, if you're a business owner and you pay for the gas for your fleet, and you have vehicles that the employees have to go fill up gas, throughout the day, and you get the credit card statement and it says Jackson's, and you're not sure if they got gas or snacks or what, and you can't really figure it out. Well, now we got you covered. It's an app. It's cardless. It's a QR code. You can easily track the amount of gallons, how much fuel they got, the date, the time, the price. So easy to use. There's fraud protection. You save money as well. $1 off gallon your first week, and then 10 cents off every gallon after that. So not only are you saving money there, you're saving time by how this is calculated and documented on the app, and when you get the reports and things. So 650-739-8327, piston.com. Johnny, they did hook me up with a tank of gas a couple weeks ago to test this out, and it's very easy to use. It's easy on the app, and it's, like I said, there's no card, no credit card. It's right there on the app, and they do take this at Jackson's as well as Maverick, I believe, locally in town. So if you're a business owner, which I know a lot of you are when you watch this, make the switch today. Piston. Check them out, piston.com. Hey, if you need a new roof, Signature Roofing has you covered, covering our community one roof at a time for more than 2 decades. Joel and his staff, we had a roof put in 2 summers ago from Signature Roofing, and it was done in like a week, and that's like start to finish with picking out the shingle we want and everything. It was just so easy, so fair price. Everything was great about it. Signature Roofing, online at My Signature Roofing, and that's whether it's a new roof, a repair to your roof, an inspection and estimate, all your roofing needs, hit up Signature Roofing. And again, I can connect you with Signature Roofing. I can also connect you with Element Fencing. If you want the lowest possible price, reach out to me. You can certainly reach out yourself and tell them you heard about it on BNN, but I'm happy to help connect you. Brady, the owner of Element Fencing, 631-2790. ElementFencing.com. They'll be sponsoring our defensive player of the game come football season. 25 plus years in the fencing business. Decks, cedar, wrought iron, vinyl, pergolas. I mean, they can do it all. You see the craftsmanship there on the screen. Check out Element Fencing, elementfencing.com. I want to thank Ridley's Family Markets as well. ShopRidleys.com. Ridley's Family Markets. Johnny, I know you love that Cuna location. Been to the Star, Middleton, a lot of great options there. Weezer, and, of course, the McCall location. They got the new self-checkout kiosks. They got great prices, fresh produce. And I always love going in just the family atmosphere and just the hometown feel when you go into a Ridley's Family Market. So check them out online. Find a location near you at shopridleys.com. Johnny, as we wrap up the show here, we are in the Sun Cruiser studios. Appreciate Sun Cruiser. You can check out Sun Cruiser and all the various options. We'll be having a little watch party for the road football games at Uncle Bob's Pizza. Make plans now. Join us at Uncle Bob's Pizza for the road games, including that 12:30, 1:30 Mountain Time start for the Oregon game, and they'll be having some discounted Sun Cruisers and things out there. So looking forward to getting out there and partnering with them. They'll have some giveaways. And, of course, Johnny, maybe this is finally the year we get Johnny to enter the Circa Survivor contest. We're heading down to Vegas in 2 weeks for contest weekend. We got Bedell going, Riddle going, Nathan and his wife are going, my wife's going, big crew. Circa folks heading down, Johnny, and they got their Survivor and their Pick 5 contest. So if you're a sports bettor or you like watching football, you want to get a couple of guys together and enter this contest, $20 million, winner take all for Survivor, and $6 million for the Millions. And then they have the Grandissimo as well, $30 million Circa's putting up for football contest this year. So check out Circa Sports, and Tom Carroll is our proxy. He can help connect you as well. Tom Carroll, if you're looking to, you got to go sign up in Vegas, but then you can make your picks from anywhere through Tom Carroll, our proxy, and we'll be telling you more about that. But make plans. Join us in 2 weeks for contest weekend. Last-minute trip to Vegas. Johnny, you've eaten at Barry's Steakhouse. It's a nice meal there and a nice time at Circa, so hopefully some of you guys will join us down there in a couple of weeks. Johnny, we got the scrimmage tomorrow. Any other final thoughts or just takeaways from the first 9 days of fall camp here? Is there one guy that's just, for you, standing out above all the rest in a positive way? Is there one guy that's underperformed to this point that you're wanting to see step up a little more? Is there a position battle that you didn't think was coming that is coming? Where are you overall with your thoughts on 9 days in here as you get your laminated roster out of your book bag there?
Grab my notes here real quick.
By the way, shout out Kerry Simons, big BSU supporter, comes to practice a lot. He heard me on the show, and I don't have it with me because it's in my bag, but you always talk about the laminated roster, and he actually went, and because you won't do it, he went and made me a laminated roster. So Kerry Simons, BNN supporter, subscriber, he's a Lyle Smith Society member, went probably to some store on his own and paid to make me a laminated roster because Johnny Ballgame wouldn't. So we appreciate you, Kerry.
BJ, you got to set it up easier than that. I'm just not going to go all these hoops and boundaries to give you a laminated sheet. You got to give me the sheet. And I did it for the lattes.
He print one copy for himself, but he can't print one more for, I see.
But first off, they don't know who their kicker is. That'd be a concern. I think you want to know who your kicker is. And
there's
not
maybe 3 guys in the mix, not 2.
Yes, there's 3 in the mix. And it's not, oh my God, we have the 3 best kickers in America. So whoever wins this, whoa. It's not that. So they have to figure out who they're going to have most trust with the kicking unit there, BJ. Other than that, it feels like Cutforth is kind of getting a hold of QB2. Kind of putting a squash, there's just certain times I got to know what I can say and what I can't. Mm-hmm. You see a lot more of Maddox and Max than you do the 2 freshmen. You only have so much time in a practice, and if you have 5 quarterbacks and you're doing a drill where all 5 have to go through the drill and you only have a certain amount of minutes, you'll see as the season go on, they cut the players who participate. Like if you're a walk-on, whatever guy who has no chance to play, you won't participate in the drill. You'll just stand there and you'll wait. And then the 2 starting, or the 1 and the 2, they go through the drill, and then they don't even let the other guys do it because they don't need to see it. They just want to get these 2 ready. You see some of that. So it feels like Max Cutforth did a pretty good job saying, whoa, I'm going to be QB2 here for a while. That looks like that's the case there, BJ. And edge rush, I really want to know what's going to happen. If Max Steege is going to win the gig again, great. Show up a little more on the stat sheet for me. And because I saw Roman Kaywood last year in Cage's absence, and I saw Bull last year in his absence. I'm sorry, I said Cage. Steege, his absence, almost make more plays and splash plays than I saw Steege make as a starter on the season. So I kind of want to know what they're going to do opposite JVM. I bought a desk. I bought a really nice desk for this new office I'm building, BJ. But man, I paid some dude to come build it. Have you ever done that? He's up doing it right now. So he's building this guy.
You're a busy guy, man. You don't have time to sit
and
there.
I'm not good at that stuff, and the desk would probably suck anyway.
I would have come over and helped you build it. Come on.
You would not have. And I wouldn't, and I don't know, that would have just pay a little bit. He's up there working hard. It's going to be perfect. But yeah, you've done that too, right?
Yeah, actually, my desk right here in my office. Thankfully, the guy that I bought the house from, very nice guy, couldn't get it out of the room, so he just said what I wanted and he left it, and it's perfect. So
yeah, perfect. Yep. I hate building stuff like that because
Oh, I don't do that. I used to build the dresser. You buy a dresser and you have to build it and all that, and it's like, nope, I'm either buying it used or I'm buying one that's already made.
The worst. I worked at like Big Five Sporting Goods, man. Oh. And like, if you would sell a treadmill and like somehow like you sold the display treadmill, you never wanted to, but sometimes you had to, then you'd have to build a new treadmill to throw out there for the display. And you just go to the back room where all the shoes are, you're by yourself. And it's like, hey, you got to build a treadmill today. And I remember being there just like, God, I want to be in sports radio. Please.
And now now look at you now, Johnny. Look at you now. Appreciate it, man. What do we got? 3-6 Idaho Sports Talk today.
Cash Williams, Jim Sturk, some serious Ahmed conversation, and a very special guest at 4:15.
Jim
Sturk. We got BJ Rains.
That's cool.
BJ,
you got Jim Sturk coming on.
You don't know who's hosting with me yet either, so it's going to be fun. And if you do, don't say it.
I think there's a day, maybe it's next Friday. Am I filling in? Is there a day I'm filling in next week?
I doubt that.
Oh, I was asked by the great Greg Frank. Are you gone at all next week?
Yes.
Okay.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
You're filling in for me, and it's 2 weeks on Friday. I'm gone. I'm going to my fantasy football.
No, that won't be it because I'll be in Vegas for that one for the contest weekend. Maybe it was supposed to be today, and he found somebody else.
This guy wants me to bring the guy on the building my desk on the show real quick.
No, we're not doing that. Is he really up there building the desk?
Yeah, you think I'd make that up? Yeah, he's built. His name's Garrett.
Do you have wireless? Let's get a tour here of the house and show us Gary. No, we're good.
No, it's not.
We're good.
Thanks. Yeah.
What's the balloon for in the back there, Johnny? You got
a birthday party we had here. Just to keep it there. Yeah.
All right. Johnny, you're the best, man.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you for coming on. Appreciate we will be watching Idaho Sports Talk, listening Idaho Sports Talk 3-6 today. We'll have full coverage of the scrimmage tomorrow. Spencer Danielson's comments after. Make sure you check Bronco Nation News. We got lots of content going up today. A couple stories from Nathan, Chris, and message boards will be popping. And then, like I said, Spencer Danielson talks at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And I believe it's 2 o'clock. And we'll have full coverage afterwards. We'll leave you with Mr. VIP, Johnny Ballgame at the Nelly concert last night. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News. Bronco Nation News.
can take it up, take it up. You can even do it slow, you can even do it slow. The way you wanna go, the way you wanna go. Put that ass to the floor, my move, shake it. Take it up, you can even do it slow, you can even do it slow.